Today I want to walk you through our Firestorm email system, some tips and tricks inside each, and some answers to some commonly asked questions. Let's go ahead and jump on in. All right, so first you have three options to create your email. The theme templates is definitely my favorite, but you do have an email with a header image, which you can choose between some pre-made graphics that you'll also see in the themes, but it's a basic text-only email body. And the blank template is exactly what it sounds like. It is a blank email body. You can add images, but with the blank template and the email with header image, I would suggest using a table once you start adding images to those emails. And if you're unfamiliar with tables and the functionality of those, I would suggest just using the themes templates, because it's going to take that functionality, incorporate it into each of the sections in those themes, so you don't have to worry about it. All you have to do is type in the words you want and insert the pictures that you like. So let's go ahead and jump into the themes templates, because it is the most user-friendly, and this is also where you will find the most pre-made power sports specific graphics. So the themes that are most relevant to right now will be at the top, because we want to tap into the conversation that's already going on inside your customer's head, kind of relate to them. It makes the content a lot more effective when you implement this concept. So you'll see right now we're getting close to summer. Mother's Day is this month. Cinco de Mayo was this month. We've got some open houses. Armed Forces Day is this month. Memorial Day is this month. And then as you scroll down, you'll see the months to come and the themes that will be centered around those. And you can also search for OEM-specific themes. So the OEMs that you sell have specific themes, and when we set up your account, we incorporate that into Firestorm as well. So you can look for OEM-specific themes, or you can search for different months. You can click different months here, and you can even look for themes that are good for any time of the year. You can scroll through there. You've got service, you've got happy anniversary, you've got happy birthday, you've got refer a friend. But let's just pick one and keep going. So on the next screen, you'll choose a template. And what I like to tell everyone is it really doesn't matter which template you start with, because this is literally just a starting point. This is what you are deciding is going to pre-populate in this email once you start to create it. So if you want, you can pick the one with the most sections, or you can pick the one with the least sections, but really it's just more effective to pick one and keep going. So now you'll be in the email creation screen, and you've got a couple of options right off the bat. You can either decide that you want to use the logo header graphic, which takes the logo that you have uploaded here, and it places it in the header graphic of your email. So that way the first thing they see is the theme and that it is from you. Or if you just really like that theme, you can go with the themed header graphic instead. Or if you have something that you'd rather go up at the top, maybe a header graphic that you've been using for years, or maybe if this is just going to be a one image email, maybe a DME image that you've got from your OEM or something like that, you can go with no header, and then you get to decide what goes up at the top of that email. Now let's go ahead and give this a subject message so that we can keep moving after we've created it. But these sections are designed where you can add and delete them, where you can change the order in which they appear on your screen. So all you have to do is hover over each screen if you like it. Maybe you don't want it at the top, so you can go one at a time by hitting the arrow button, or you can hover and grab that crosshair and drag it to the top. Now the crosshair, if you're doing the dragging, make sure that this little blue box pops up before you let go, so that way the picture goes exactly where you want it to go. But say you hover over it, you just don't want this section, you can hit the X on the right instead. And all of our text sections are set up where you can change the text. So it's going to pre-populate with text in there just to give you an idea of some content that you can add to your emails, but you can most definitely type over those. You can change the font, you can change the size, you can do all different types of things, but I want you to know that it's not for sure you can change that text. Say you want several text sections, you can add as many different sections. On the right, all you have to do is hit Add Sections and scroll through to find the one that you're looking for. So at the very top of your sections, you'll see the title graphics for new inventory, used inventory, parts and accessories, service, apparel, and upcoming events. And then you'll see the image sections, which are really good for header graphics or footer graphics in your emails. And then you'll see some picture versus text sections, and you'll normally see a left-right variety of those. So picture on the left versus picture on the right. And then you've got this one is picture on the left versus picture on the right. But if you're looking for text only, those are going to be at the very, very bottom. So you've got these options of text only, different borders. If you're looking to add some images, maybe some inventory or some clothing parts, things like that, you've got this 3-up section that you can use. You can have a border or a no border, or you can use some 2-up sections. They don't have to be the images that are preloaded there. You'll be able to change these. So you can pick some 2-up sections or 3-up sections for inventory. Let's go ahead and add a couple of those in. You just hit Select, and it adds that section to the bottom of your email where then you can go and change the order in which they appear in your email. So you can change any image in these sections if they have the little camera at the top left. So you'll just hit the camera, you'll browse for that picture on your computer, and what I like to do is kind of folder them. So if you don't have any folders created, you can create one, but there is an inventory folder in here, and it makes it easier to sort through your images after you've uploaded them. So if I know that I want an inventory image that I've already uploaded, I know that I put it in my inventory folder, I'll just sort those out, select the picture, and now it is inside your email. And because this email is going to be a big generator of website traffic, it's the main reason for creating an email, to push people to your website. We want to make sure that you link these images over to your website, and we try to make that really easy. All you have to do is go find that inventory image on your website, grab the URL, and then hit the little blue link at the top of that picture and paste that URL in. So now when they see that bike in your email, they can click on it, go right to your website where they can fill out quotes, where they can schedule a test ride, they can apply for financing, or even just look at some more information regarding that particular unit item. So the main goal here is to push people to your website. So you want to grab as many links to your website as possible and truly get them as close to what they're clicking on in your email as possible. So don't always send them to your home page. That's a definite last resort. If you can't find a link that really works for this picture, definitely put them on your home page. But if you've got a page on your website that features that picture, that's where you need to land them. So as you create this email, if you've got a OEM image that's got all that fine print, this is actually the best section to upload that image into. This is a one image section. You can find it about halfway down in the image, in the section list here. It's definitely my favorite section because you can add pictures here. It will make that picture as wide as your email and then as tall as it is proportionately. So it makes sure that it stays in the center, and you'll be able to read the fine print if it is a promotional image. So just to show you how different it does look. So instead of having a smaller image, now you've got a much larger image, so you can see a lot more detail. So you created the email, you like the way that it looks. We always suggest that you send yourself a test email. And if you can, send that to an email address that you can look at on your mobile device, because the majority of people that are reading emails are going to be looking at them on their mobile phones. So you want to make sure that the font's not too small, that the URLs that you've placed in this email are mobile friendly, that you're not taking them to a page that doesn't even exist on your website. You also just want to check for functionality. You want to make sure that it looks good whenever it comes to an inbox. So then you can save that as a draft, or you can hit save and continue, and we'll go ahead and select who we want to send that email to. So on the next screen, you will have all the data that we have gathered for you in your All Contacts section. You will also have the ability to upload new lists. You'll see All Contacts. It will have anyone who's ever filled out a review, a feedback, a lead magnet, a sharpshooter survey, or anyone that we have gotten through your integration. Or anyone who has signed up for your newsletter. So any email that we could have potentially got for you, through you, they're going to be in All Contacts. But you'll also see that there are some segmented lists that you can choose from. For instance, your sharpshooter surveys will be in a list. Your jump starts, if you're not integrated, will be in its own list. And then you can upload a list from here, but I'll also walk you through how to upload a list from the dashboard. So let's just select a list and keep going. And then on the final screen, this is where you can send that email now. You can schedule it to go out later at any time of day, any day of the week. And one of the most commonly asked questions is, how do I change who my email is coming from? And you can do that on this screen. So you can type in a different name, for instance, your dealership name, and then you can type in a different email address. It will always default to the name and email address that you are logged in as. So you will have to change that every time, but it's set up that way so that you can change it to someone different every time. You want to try to A/B test different email addresses, different names there to see what gets you the best open rates, what gets you the best click rates, and you can do that because you can change that every single time if you'd like. So other than sending, you can always save that as a draft. And this is your draft section where all of your drafts will be stored, where you can then click those open again and then finally send those when you're ready. So back on the main email dashboard, I had mentioned that I wanted to walk you through how to upload a list. So let's jump into the list section. If this is the first time that you're using Firestorm and you have been emailing your customers regularly through a different email platform, I would recommend downloading your opt-out list from your previous email provider and uploading that here before you send your first email, just to make sure that the same people stay opted out. And you can do that by hitting Add Opt-out. And because you'll be exporting a list, it's not one or two people, you will be doing multiple. So you'll select multiple here. And then you will have to browse for that file on your computer. It does need to be a CSV file, and you may have to edit that file a little bit because we want to make sure that the email address is the first column in that data. It's really the only column you need. If you want to just clean the whole file to where it's only email addresses. But you'll browse for that file, prepare that for importing, and then you will import it once it uploads the file. So then the same people will stay opted out. And uploading a list that's not an opt-out is very similar. It also needs to be a CSV file. it does need to have a first name column. It doesn't have to be the first one, and the email doesn't have to be the first column in this, but it does have to have a first name column. It doesn't mean they have to have a first name, but it does need to have a first name column. So you will agree to the permission standards and hit continue, and then it's the same process. You'll browse for that on your computer. You will then map each column in that data file. So you'll find the first name column and you'll tell it this is the first name. You'll find the email column and you'll tell it this is the email column. And you want to try to map as many fields as you can, because with Firestorm we do have the additional information that we gather through onboarding, which we will walk through in an additional video. But the more information you have, the more of a complete customer picture you can get from that information. So if you've got address, phone number, first, last name, all of that information is great. So you can upload the list there. You can even create lists almost like a bucket and upload multiple lists into that bucket. So you don't have to create a brand new list every time. You can select lists to upload into. So you can kind of keep your list clean that way. Onboarding is also going to be a great tool with helping you segment your lists. And once again, I'll walk you through how to do that in an additional video. So you can send segmented emails to segmented lists through onboarding, or you can download your list from your DMS and sort it out by what they've purchased, when was the last time they purchased, and things like that, so that you can give them the content that they really want instead of sending them everything, and then they are more likely to opt out that way. So that's the basics of the Firestorm email program. You'll always have the option to look at your results, where you can see not only the amount of people who have opened, clicked through, opted out, bounced, all of that, but you'll also be able to see a list. So if you want to segment some more lists based on who opened your last email versus who didn't open your last email, you can do that there. Obviously, the schedule is where you can see all the emails that you've created that you've got scheduled to go out in the future. Your drafts is where you've saved them so you can come back to them later. We also have nurture campaigns, and those are triggered emails that I'll walk you through in an additional video, and then we were just in your list section. So if you have any other questions, anything specific, if you've ran into specific problems in here, you can give us a call at 770-692-1750. The local web dominator department has its own extension 222, or you can shoot us an email at lwdsupport@powersportsmarketing.com. Thanks.